It happened again. Black people were denied service at a white food establishment. And I'm just going to say it like that because it was run by white people. So this young brother is with his mom and his rest of his family. They want to get into this restaurant. They want to eat. They're hungry. And they're denied entry because of a dress code. Now, the women are able to wear a certain type of clothing. I don't know if it's a tank top, whatever, but I think the mom had a tank top on. So she switched it with the young man because he was wearing a muscle shirt. And apparently, for some reason, the muscle shirt isn't what they want you to wear when you go to their particular establishment to eat. Bullshit as far as I'm concerned. But people do have certain dress codes at certain restaurants. So, whatever. They switch. Him and his mom switch shirts. She wears the muscle shirt. He wears the tank top. They go back to the restaurant again. And once again, they are denied. Okay? And of course, now they're going to be mad. Now they're upset. Name calling and getting pissed off. And, my whole thing with this is it wrong? In a way, yes, it is. Because people want to spend their money to eat because they're hungry. And they just want to have a good time like everybody else. My whole question is this. Why do black people keep giving people who don't give a fuck about them their hard-earned money? Why do we have people that are spending money in these restaurants where these people don't fucking want you there? They may spit in your food. They may give you leftovers that came from the garbage can and put it on a plate and make it look like it's new, served out of the oven. Why do you waste your time whining, bitching, and moaning about these places that do not want you there to begin with? They make their own fucking rules. They don't want you there. They don't want your fucking money. Even though, we say, oh, we'll hit them where it hurts with the money. Some of them don't give a shit about your money. They don't care. They don't want you there. So why? Why do you do this? I understand that we don't want them to feel like they got the victory because they denied us entry into a place that we should freely be able to go like everybody else. But at the same time, like I said, why waste your hard-earned money that you bust your ass for 40 hours a week or more, whatever job you got, how many hours you put into a place run by people who don't want you there? Why waste your time? Why do it? It's the same question that we ask black women that continuously give their money to these Asian salons who beat the shit out of them, lock them in, call the police on them, treat them like shit, and still get their money. Why do we do this? Why do we do this? It would take one time for that to happen to me, and I would never go back to a place that treated me like shit. Then we got these black businesses that have rules too. We don't want you twerking. We just want you to have a good time, eat your food, have a nice atmosphere, talk all you want, have fun, smile, eat the food the best way that it's cooked to perfection for you to be served to. And then you got people twerking there and getting mad at the black men who are in charge of the place because they're twerking and the black man that's in charge or men that's in charge, whoever owns the establishment, does not want these people doing this. I don't understand why we waste our money on this shit. We waste our money on these people who do not want us in their establishments, who do not want our business. They don't want it. I'm not going to get mad at any white man or white woman or anybody of any other nationality that does not want me in their place because you know what? If you're making, first of all, you're making shit up as you go, okay? Because I know there was a thing about some kid got into a restaurant, some white kid got into a restaurant, but the other kid who was black couldn't get in because he didn't have tennis shoes on or something like that. Some shit. They make these rules up as they go. If they got to go that far to make it that hard for you to get into their place of business to eat, to patronize, you don't need to go there. I don't understand why this is so hard for black people to accept. I understand, like I said a minute ago, you don't want these people to get the victory because you feel like I don't want them to think that they could just do this to anybody that's black. I understand that, but at the same time, why fight to get inside? I'm not fighting to get inside any place that they don't want me there. And it's not about being a coward. I wouldn't trust these people to serve me food if they're that insistent on me not being there in the first place. They were probably spitting my food. They were probably giving me the worst type of tasting food and make it look like it's brand new, like I said, out the trash can, okay? And I'm paying them my hard-earned cash. And then you go to some places and they're supposed to come back to your table and check on you, and they'll completely ignore you and go to every other table. They won't ask if you want water. They won't ask you if you're doing okay over here. You guys good? You having, you're good. You need some water. You need a refill. You need some ketchup for that and this and that. They won't care. You know, I went to the Cheesecake Factory with my mom. Make this real quick, and there was a white dude. Now this is back in I would say 2014 when I was about 35 years old. Went to the Cheesecake Factory, and the first time I ever went there, and it was around for a long time. This guy must have had a problem with black people. I don't fucking know. I'm just assuming. He didn't come back to our table a lot at all. Did he ever get a tip for his service? No. And he acted like he had an attitude when he was serving us. When we were ordering our stuff at the place, ordering our food, our plate, whatever you want to call it, he had an attitude with that. I don't know if he had a bad day or what, but he was not a good server. He was not a good waiter, put it that way. Okay? So certain places you go, they make you feel like you don't want to be there. And if you really want somebody's business, you'll make it your business to make that person feel like they're welcome. There's too many black people going into these places that I'm not going to say you don't belong there, because you should be able to go anywhere anybody else goes. It should not matter. But don't waste your money in places that don't want you there. They're literally telling you without telling you. They're showing you that they don't want you there. Don't waste your money. Stop whining, bitching, moaning, and complaining about it. You want to put these people on blast and you want to put their information out there, the restaurant location, everything, fine. But don't fight to get back inside just because you feel, and you should feel, that they treat you like shit. They made this rule so you couldn't get in. When other people are obviously not even wearing the dress code and they're sitting down eating their food in that same place. I would never fight to get into a place that treated me like shit. That is just the bottom line. I would not trust them people to serve me. I would not trust the food they give me. And I would not take money out of my pocket that I bust my ass for 5 to 6 days out of a 7-day week with people who don't want me there at all. It just doesn't make any sense. Now, some people are going to say that this is a stupid video. It doesn't make any sense, but it does. Why waste your money with anybody, any business that does not want you there? I'm not giving anybody my money that don't deserve it or treats me like a customer that I'm supposed to be treated when I'm patronizing either a regular business or a place of dining out. That's the bottom line in the story. So I do feel bad for the family. You know, I do feel bad for them because they just wanted to go out and get some eat. They just wanted to get out and get something to eat. They wanted to get some food, some grub, or whatever, okay? Have a nice time, chat, and then go home. And because of this bull crap, they had to deal with this nonsense. Like I said, people, it's your dollar. You do what you want. But as far as I'm concerned, this is just another reason. And I've seen this over the years. And I always say to myself, why? Why do you bother doing it? Like the boycotts back in the 1960s because the whites wouldn't serve the blacks. They got the blacks sitting at the counter right there, boycotting, getting their ass beat, getting beat up, thrown out, spit on, everything. I understand the statement they were making, and I would never tarnish what they did. But at the same time, and it's not about being a coward. Like I said, I'm not giving anybody my business. They don't want me there. And it's not because you don't want me there that I'm not going to be there. I don't trust anything from people who give you that particular type of energy. Because they're not going to give you what you want. They're going to give you what they want. And if they can't stand the fact that you got into their shit, their business, by whining, bitching, and moaning and putting them out there on social media, they will make it a point to give you the worst type of meal so you'll never go back to their place of business again. Meanwhile, at the same time, getting that bad meal, they're going to get your fucking money. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I'm never going to tarnish anything that black people do that show that we're trying to persevere against white supremacy and all this racism that's still out here today. But you need to stop and think, do you really want to give these people your money? Or just go somewhere else where you will be treated like a human being, like you are. And your money will be given to a place that will actually give you good food, give you good service, and it won't have to be none of this bullshit about, oh, you got to wear this and wear that just to get in. That's all I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, I'll talk to you next time. Peace out.